Hello, hello. Um, yo. Okiedokitos versus Okiedokitos. Okay. Yeah. When, oh, it is not Okiedokitos. No, no. I would rather warm up my Osu match, which is happening in like 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Feel free to go without me.
days! My mic was turned off! I can't believe it! I was casting 7 matches without anyone hearing it. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's see. Right now, we have Okieydoritos just a little bit behind Okiedokitos, and it's really looking even here. Okiedokitos hesitates. I think he was trying to look at how he was going to downstack here. He managed to find the sequence that he needs, but he's still a little high up here on the board. And a misdrop with the L. This is not good. He has to make this quick, and he managed to do so. He works his way down here to the middle of the board, and Okaydoritos is himself struggling with the downstack, struggling with what to do with the pieces he's been given. Nice J-spin from Okiedokitos to fit in. I think that was the only thing he could have done to save himself. Some nice ice spins. And look at that, a 17 spike from Okiedokitos. Only barely countered by Okaydoritos. And this is looking like another intense rally. Okiedokitos always seeming to be on the ropes, but he's always sending off some really good counter spikes that Okaydoritos has to try so hard to respond to. And likewise, he's sending off his own pressure that Okiedokitos is just barely managing to survive against. But here, Okiedokitos comes out on top, 5-3 here on round 8. Very well played from Okiedokitos. BP cannon from Okiedokitos. Okaydoritos, a little high up here, but he manages to use that well to send off some garbage, to give himself some breathing room. But the stack is looking really dicey. He finds that eyepiece with the perfect timing to counter that spike, but he needs to keep stacking here just to stay alive. But this back-to-back is slowly building up for Okiedokitos. Look at the 10 back-to-back. Okiedokitos needs to make sure he has a spike to counter it all, and Okiedokitos sends it off. He finds a nice T-spin triple. Oh my days, that vision is insane. And Okieydoritos just clutching it out here. He needs something here on the right. He doesn't. He doesn't get to the eyepiece. And that is another point for Okiedokitos. Even though the score says 6-3, it feels so much more even than it suggests. You never know who's going to win these rounds. And right now, Okieydoritos having a really nice setup here for that TP. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I guess a T-spin triple into a double. And look at that amazing spike with a combo with that 3-wide. A 23 spike that Okiedokitos cannot deal with. Okay, and right now, my internet has disconnected, but that is okay. We have Okiedokitos a little bit high up on the board, but look at that back-to-back that he's building up. Okieydoritos managed to stay alive, but it's not enough. He doesn't have anything to clear up the board. Now it's 7-4. Okiedokitos now finding a bit more leeway, because earlier he was feeling a bit unconfident going up against Okieydoritos, because Okieydoritos has been practicing quite a bit, but that's okay, because Okiedokitos with this amazing all clear that Okieydoritos just can't deal with. He misdropped there on the right and doesn't have anything to counter the spike with. And now it's 8-4. This may be the biggest deficit that Okieydoritos has went up against this tournament. Okiedokitos doesn't have anything. He tops out so suddenly against Okieydoritos. He wasn't expecting such a quick spike from Okieydoritos, and he doesn't have what it takes to stay alive in that round. And Okieydoritos manages to put an end to the roll that Okiedokitos was on. Now, both players looking even. Okiedokitos finding a nice sequence for that 16 spike. But Okaydoritos still managing to find a way to hold on. He's not out just yet, even though Okiedokitos sends these insane spikes that require so much really efficient play to counter against. Now look at this really big well. Okaydoritos uses it perfectly, and Okiedokitos can't build here on the right. He blocks himself off with those two eyepieces. Now it's 8-6. Okaydoritos slowly finding his way back into the match. But I'm not sure what's going on here. Interesting setup from Okaydoritos. Was that a misdrop, or was this on purpose? It seems not, because he seems to struggle, but he managed to find a way to clear it in the end. And both players even out here at the bottom of the board. Okaydoritos finds a nice T-spin setup, but hesitates to use it, finds it now, times it perfectly to match Okiedokitos' spike. And as he does so, he's building up some good back-to-back, which he uses up here to give himself some breathing room as he downstacks. But Okiedokitos doing God knows what. He just pressed the spacebar 3 times in a row and died. Not sure what happened there. It seems maybe his arrow keys just stopped working, and he wasn't expecting it. He was just letting what he expected the pieces going to be placed in. Okiedokitos having a nice well here, building up some nice T-spin setups and using all those eyes. Oh my days! So efficient with it, building a back-to-back so quickly in just a few seconds. I didn't know that was possible. He built up 11 back-to-back with purely T-spins and eyes and 4 clears. And now Okiedokitos is going to make sure Okaydoritos doesn't run away with momentum. He's gonna try and plant his flag here as we approach 11 points. That's when this match will be won. First one to get to 11 will win. And right now, look at Okaydoritos struggling to deal with Okiedokitos' pressure. Okiedokitos just looking so fast and efficient this match. Okaydoritos just can't keep up, even though Okaydoritos is playing so well. Oh, but as I say that, he misdrops the T-spin. It's so unfortunate, but it's not all that bad. He manages to clean it up, and Okiedokitos doesn't capitalize too much off of it. And here's Okiedokitos once again using the same well plus T-spin to build a back-to-back and good pressure. High spin setup right here. Isn't that crazy? He clears it up. Really good vision. Now Okaydoritos struggling to find a way to get out of the top of the board. Oh no, this T-piece is not going anywhere, and that's game! It was looking like Okaydoritos was building up some good pressure in the middle there, but Okiedokitos just won 3 points in a row to win that match. And the first point goes to Okiedokitos. Okay, we will start again in 1 minute just to give both players some time to recuperate, because I don't think Okaydoritos was expecting to lose with such a deficit, 11-7. Both players are really close when it comes to skill level. Okaydoritos might even be the faster player. You can see, oh, even though this was set 2 years ago, look at his 40 lines time. He's able to clear 40 lines in just 20 seconds. Compared to Okiedokitos, probably has 28? Yeah, only 28. That's an 8-second difference in terms of speed. And this was 14 months ago. So the Okiedokitos definitely has a lot more experience and just raw mechanical prowess compared to Okiedokitos. But you can see, with how good Okiedokitos' vision is, that alone will carry him through the speed difference. excited to see how this second match will go. Will Okiedokitos manage to tie it up for a game 3? I hope not, because this game is causing an Osu match to be a bit delayed. So I hope Okiedokitos just wins this right now to make things simpler. But you know, it's always interesting to see things get to game 3. Okay, 1 minute up. Are both players ready? Okay, it looks like Okiedokitos, honey. Is that a guy from Puyo Puyo Tetris? I'm not familiar. I'm just waiting on Okiedokitos. Okay, we will be starting. Good luck to both players. Let's see if Okiedokitos can get this to a game 3. Okay, I think there's an SCPC. I may be incorrect. I don't know the actual setup. And Okiedokitos having an early 2 T-spin setup here on the right. Sending some really good garbage. I didn't expect that much. Wait, am I crazy? Wasn't that just 2 T-spins? Did I miss something? I think I may have missed something, but Okiedokitos gets the first point of game 2. I think that's definitely an important round to win, so he can get some momentum. Okiedokitos, in the previous match, was getting most of his points in a row. So, the momentum is definitely going to help him out here, but I think that was a misdrop with that T, and now Okiedokitos is stuck up here at the top of the board with nothing to send back to Okiedokitos. And there goes the momentum to Okiedokitos' side as he ties it up to 1-1. Okiedokitos, is that a misdrop? Or was that... Great, it looks a little awkward, but you know, you never know with these Tetris players. Everything could just be a setup, and look at that, Okiedokitos managed to save it and salvage it. It's not all that bad, as he makes it to the middle of the board with some good back-to-back. And Okiedokitos is hesitating, I'm not sure what's going on. He doesn't capitalize off of Okiedokitos' mistake, and now he's here in the middle of the board with no back-to-back built up. And a misdrop with the J! He clears it out so quickly though! Doesn't let Okiedokitos end him right there. He knows when he needs to speed it up, or when Okiedokitos has a shot at killing him. But look at Okiedokitos topping out from Okiedokitos' 11 spike. And now it's 2-1 in favor of Okiedokitos. Okiedokitos pausing, maybe waiting or studying the board, trying to figure out how to do that T-spin triple setup, and he manages to find it. Both players trading blows. I am liking Okiedokitos' board as Okiedokitos doesn't figure out how to clear out that weird T that he placed. And now Okiedokitos is here a bit more comfy, as Okiedokitos has to figure out how to clear out his well and down stack out of here. He's kind of struggling, but he gets to the open well. Now Okiedokitos figuring out how to get those T-spins, and now he has, look at this massive open well. He just needs to stack quick enough, and he finds some T-spins in the middle of it to end Okiedokitos, who doesn't find his T-spin in time. Just a block away. Oh, look at that, both players so in sync. That was the same exact opening. But it seems Okiedokitos is just a tad bit faster. Now looking here at the board, we're seeing Okiedokitos' nice 12 spike, but Okiedokitos managing to keep it in check. Look at this back-to-back that Okiedokitos has. 13 back-to-back, he has 14 lines worth of garbage ready to go at a moment's notice, and he sends it off right there for a 21 spike, but Okiedokitos is ready for it. He has a spike that saves him from death, and now Okiedokitos sending off his own spike to end Okiedokitos. What a match as he sends it 3-2. And now let's see Okiedokitos. Same T-spin setup as before. similar to Okiedokitos. I noticed both players really like having the open well here on the third column. Maybe that's more optimal. They have really good practice when it comes to figuring out T-spin setup. Oh, but look at that! 20 force spike from Okiedokitos coming out of nowhere with those T-spins back to back to back. And Okiedokitos doesn't end off Okaydoritos just yet. Okaydoritos holds on just miraculously. And now he's here trying to save himself. But this back-to-back that's being built up by Okiedokitos is looking scarier by the second. 13 back-to-back, 14 back-to-back. And Okaydoritos is just trying his best to get down the board. 17 back-to-back. He's about to reach the 20. Oh my days. He's going to send a full board worth of garbage. At this rate, 21 back-to-back for a 33 spike. He almost sends an entire board worth of garbage. And now Okaydoritos tops out as he doesn't manage to deal with that second spike right after. I mean, what can you do? Oh my days, what just happened? Okaydoritos disconnected. Okay, what just happened? I'm not sure what to do in moments like these. This has never happened before. I think we're just going to have to start it at 5-2. Alright, just to be clear, anyone? I remember that was 5-2, right? Yeah. I'm not. Oh, it seems Okaydoritos has just pressed F5, which I think escapes the game. Okay, he will be joining soon. Let's be clear. Wait, I'll just check just to make sure that it was actually 5-2. I'm not giving anyone like any advantages. Okay, now Okaydoritos is back. Okay, it was actually 42. So they're just gonna. Okay, Okiedokitos, amazing PPS. That may have been the fastest speed anyone has gone this entire tournament. Oh my! A whopping 12 PPS. Wait a minute, both players are here to play, alright. I don't think the World Tetrio Championship has seen speed like this. Even the best players only reach up to like 6 PPS, I think. I think this is just the PCS difference. Oh my days. It's another round that just goes so quickly. That's why you always want to stay tuned into these Tetrio matches. We just have freaks of nature lying around in this tournament. And now the third point, the fifth point of the match goes to Okiedokitos, and he gets 3-2. Okiedokitos tries to match Okaydoritos' pace, but doesn't manage to do so. And now we're going to be starting once again, 4-2. Okay, Okiedokitos with this unfortunate misdrop with the L, but it's okay because he managed to find a way to get some pressure in. Not really, I think he misreads the bag here. He doesn't have anything to downstack that quickly with, but Okaydoritos doesn't have much to punish him with. Oh, it doesn't matter. He misdrops the J, and now it's 4-3. Okay, now both players, similar setup. Okieydoritos hesitating a little. Now maybe it is advantageous to have this well at the bottom. He has more opportunity to build up a crazy spike. And now right now it's just a battle of who can build more back-to-back, and Okieydoritos definitely winning that battle as he sends off these T-spins. 9 back-to-back right now with that T-spin triple. Really quick to set it up. Now it's a 12 back-to-back, 13 back-to-back as he has this open well with access to it, and he sends it off with a 21 spike. Okiedokitos lives miraculously and sends off his own 28 spike. This may be the smartest play I've ever seen. He's had that spike ready to go to counter, and he had that well open on the right to send off, I think, the biggest spike of the tournament. Though there may have been a 30 spike at some point, but definitely one of the highest we've ever seen. And you can see in the chat, Okieydoritos just shocked. Dude, what the F? Okay. That's definitely going to hurt the mental a little, so I hope Okieydoritos can hold on, but no, Okiedokitos is just so fast. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I think there's some gameplay that can only be appreciated by the higher level folks. Because I think I missed something crazy. Both players with a DP. Okieydoritos pausing. What has happened? Oh my god! Wait a minute, look at that spike timing. And oh my days! That pause was actually strategic. I'm not sure how. I don't think he was able to use the garbage that much. I think it was just because he knew he may have had a good chance to use the garbage. And since Okiedokitos already used up his spike, Okieydoritos didn't have anything to worry about in terms of counter spike. And here, interesting, Okieydoritos just taking his time, waiting for the garbage to build up, hoping to use it to counter spike, and you can see that's exactly what happens. Open well here on the second column with that garbage, and he uses it to send it right back to Okiedokitos. It's really interesting. I've never seen this before. It's kind of strategic waiting. But right now, look at that. Insanely quick moves just to get that 15 spike off and surprise Okiedokitos, but it's not enough. Okiedokitos, ready as always. These players are just so good, they're ready for anything. Even when they face spikes that may catch them by surprise, they always have something to deal with it. And now Okieydoritos a bit high up on the board. Both players actually both high up on the board as they don't trade but instead take and tank both players' garbages. Now Okieydoritos having a bit of an open well to work with is gonna send it to Okiedokitos, but Okiedokitos managing to find some spikes. Oh, but Okieydoritos ends Okiedokitos with that. Without so unexpected. He gets 6-5 now. He's getting a bit closer. Okay, and look at this. Okiedokitos having to face that massive spike. Always having a spike of his own ready. Both players fairly even though Okiedokitos is higher up on the board. He has a really nice open wall to work with, and he's going to have to find that ice piece immediately to try and punch Okieydoritos, but Okieydoritos is fast enough to get some breathing room, but no, it actually isn't fast enough. As Okiedokitos takes the 7th point. With the same opening, Okieydoritos a bit faster, working at 4 PCS. A nice T-spin setup from Okieydoritos. A lot to work with for the back-to-back. Once again, the well open here on the 3rd column. But don't count Okiedokitos out. He's just here sitting at the bottom. He's going to be able to work off that garbage, I think, if he manages to down stack really well. And now he has this nice open well here on the left, but Okieydoritos misdrops. I think that would have been fine if he didn't misdrop there. That was so unfortunate. As he sends off a good spike, he's gonna get all that garbage back, and that misdrop is going to cost him. And now it's 8-5 in favor of Okiedokitos. Now let's see. Both players similar back-to-back, but Okieydoritos having a higher count. Though Okiedokitos is forced to use it up here, Okieydoritos trying to keep his back-to-back, but has to use it up there, I think, just to have a cleaner down stack, because as you may try to build up your back-to-back, you're forced to make really ugly structures, as you saw with Okieydoritos' board earlier. He's making that really tall tower in the middle. But there he's cleaning it up. Nice 16 spike. And it's kind of hard to work with this garbage as it's all scattered. The holes aren't going to let Okiedokitos build up nice spikes to counter with. And now Okieydoritos is going to take advantage of this and ends Okiedokitos. Very well played. It was really hard to downstack from that point. And Okieydoritos keeping it close as always, even if it's just 2 points. Oh, an unfortunate misdrop from Okiedokitos. An all clean from Okieydoritos, going to make it hard for Okiedokitos to get away with that misdrop. Nice L-spin though, to open up that side of the board. And now he works down here. I'm always so amazed with how fast these players can just clear up these misdrops. It's not all that bad when you have such great spin vision. Now Okieydoritos building up. Nice pressure, 24 spike with 2 T-spins back to back with an I to get that 3 combo. I'm not sure how combo scales, but I believe because he was able to clear a few lines before those 2 T-spins and that 4 clear, he was able to send off a lot. Okiedokitos pausing, another strategic pause, which is just so hard to understand. It's hard to predict when your opponent is going to spike and how much it's actually going to like pay off the delay, I mean. Because as you saw, the delay, oh my days, he misdrops the I! He didn't expect it to stay there on the left, he was expecting it to be on the right. And he ends himself preemptively there. Now both players on the DT setup. Okiedokitos gets to it first as Okieydoritos pauses once again to get that garbage. And it seems to be working in his favor. There's only been a few times where he's been punished for it. And that was only because he misdropped. Like that previous round and the other one. Oh, but look at this monsters back-to-back from Okiedokitos. 15 back-to-back that he uses up. Both players use up their back-to-back. And Okieydoritos only managed to hold on because he used up his back-to-back there. If Okiedokitos built up the back-to-back any faster, I think that would have been the end. But, oh, he doesn't get to the IP soon enough to get himself some leeway. Okieydoritos tops out. And now it's 10-7. Match point for Okiedokitos. It's going to be a miracle if we even get to see a Game 3. And it seems the Osu match will only be delayed by 30 minutes if Okiedokitos gets this round and closes it out for a 2-0 victory. You can see Okieydoritos is not going down without a fight. He's going to use all this garbage from Okiedokitos and send it right back. And right now he's working as fast as he can to make sure Okiedokitos doesn't win here just yet. Nice work from Okieydoritos, finding a nice way to clear out his garbage while sending out a good spike here. He has a T-spin setup that he's spending a lot of time on, but I don't know if it was worth it because he's spending so much time downstacking after that setup. A good amount of garbage that lets Okiedokitos struggle to get down the board and he doesn't have enough time. Are we going to see a clutch from Okieydoritos? He makes it 10-8. He's going to need to win 2 rounds in a row if he wants to get this into overtime. With nice amounts of T-spins from Okieydoritos. Look at how fast he's building up his back-to-back. He's just reading the bag so well. He's seeing all the pieces that come in here. He has to wait for that O-block to insert itself there, just slowly dropping down. And right now, Okieydoritos is working a bit more comfortably. Unfortunately, he has to use an I here on the left just to fill up the gap. And now, Okiedokitos has to pay for it just a tiny bit, but he finds a way to make it work. Okiedokitos still finding a 12 spike through all of that garbage. He's going to have to down stack like his life depends on it, because it may as well. Okiedokitos is so clean right now. He's locking in, because this is it. This is the loser's bracket. If he loses here, that is the end of his Tetrio journey for PCS. He manages to down stack here to the bottom. Nice T-spin, but Okiedokitos having some good spikes, but he has to use up some S-blocks there. It's fine. He finds the eyepiece just in time. He counters Okiedokitos' spikes, and he doesn't have anything to build himself out with. And that's GG's. We won't be seeing a game 3, but that was so well played from Okiedokitos. Definitely one of the closest matches so far, even if the 2-0 scoreline doesn't suggest so. Okay, can we get both players to hop on stage for a post-match interview? Okay, oh. It seems my Discord is... Oh, never mind. Okay, there. Okiedokitos, come up on stage. Hello?
Good evening, guys. What's up?
Yo, good evening, Okiedokitos. Congratulations on that really great win. Super intense match. What's your thoughts on that match? What was your mind going like?
Thank you so much. Okay. First of all, Jared was Okiedokitos was a really, really intimidating person to fight against. But yeah, he was a little slow. I think it's because he hasn't warmed up. But yeah, at the end, especially when he was hitting those 3 PPS spikes, I was really scared. Like, to be honest. Yeah, it was really intense. A lot of things were going through my head while fighting.
When it came to your gameplay, what do you think really won you the match? Because it did seem like Jared was the faster player, just a bit like a higher PPS than you, but you were able to win that match nonetheless.
Really? Jared has the higher PPS?
I think so. I forgot.
Well, it felt like I was the one who had the higher PPS, but okay. The thing that won me was my TKI. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, what was Jared supposed to do against my crazy TKI? You know, it's really fast. So I don't think he had much prepared. Like Cody, when I fought against Cody, I think he had some surge gameplay that could stop my back-to-back, but I don't think Jared practiced for any counters against me, so that's what lost. That's what
in my opinion, I think the one thing that definitely pushed me. Yeah, hello. I think the one thing that pushed me to lose is that sometimes I just play like really slowly. I'm very fast, but then I stop to think like very often, and so it leads to times where Filler can just build up more attacks against me.
Yeah. Are you referring
that's
to,
also what I felt. That's why. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, I was just about to ask.
That's why I felt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go first.
Oh, I was like, that's why I was surprised when you said I played slower than Jared, because yeah, Jared does have those thinking moments. So when it's like crucial, I'm like, yo, why is this guy too slow? I think that's why I felt that he was slower, even though his PPS may have been more. I don't know.
Yeah, like mid game when I start to when it becomes like I get a point, Philly gets a point, I get a point, Philly gets a point, and so on. It's like I start to think, okay, let me try to get a break point by switching my strategy. And so instead of playing fast, I play slow. And it seemed to work, but then I just kept throwing the break point away, and so I just lost. Which is funny. Whatever.
Yeah, I was about to ask, a lot of your gameplay, I noticed there were some very strategic delays. Was that like on purpose? Like, is it strategic or was it your moments of thinking, like you're mentioning?
Uh, it's like a half mix because sometimes I look at filler like a common strategy for people who are like above in X rank is like X rank and U rank is you look at the opponent's board and then you see, okay, are they gonna send a lot of lines, and am I willing to accept those lines so that I can build up more attack for myself.
Right.
And so that's like kind of the strategy that I was just kept doing, like when I was going back and forth with filler, and it seemed to work, like sometimes.
I was thinking it was working a good amount of times. It was only really punished when you unfortunately misdrop like a bit high up on the board with the garbage at the bottom.
Yeah, that was like I think one of my bigger problems as well. I just kept misdropping, and so it just ended up like all of the points are like my advantage, quote unquote, basically disappears because I screw up. Like that's kind of it.
Yeah, yeah. Really unfortunate, but still really well played. It was a nice showing from you, even though this will be the last match of your PCS Petrio journey. I'd still really like to commend you for it. And any shoutouts you want to say? Any last words before you walk the plank?
Uh, Thank you to Filler. That was a really fun match. I will say it's a 7-11 and 8-11. That's really close. I like the gameplay. I believe we had a round where it was like a 2 minute. It was just like 2 minutes, and we were both at 120 ppm. Yeah, 2 minute round, and we were like 1 minute or 2 minute round, and we were both at like 120 APM. And so when the round ended, I was like, Jesus, oh my God, what the heck?
Yeah.
How are we both this
Was
good?
that the one where you commented? Was that one where you commented like in the middle of the match, like, yo, what was that?
No.
Or
The
was
one.
that a different-
I commented because I sent out like a 30 spike, and then this guy's alive and
Yeah,
sends me
and
back a
then
20
survive.
spike. I'm playing against like the Iron Giant over here.
Yeah, it was like I think
Well,
he had a
I'm-
massive back-to-back. I'm not sure, but he had such a good spike. But yeah, Okiedokitos lived and sent off such a massive like counter spike. Close, I think, 28. I think like basically the entire board at that point. So yeah, brutal
Yeah,
stuff.
But yeah, there were some crazy matches. I think I vaguely remember the match Jared was talking about, the 2 minute one. Yeah, whenever I play an opponent with like a 2 minute match, my balls just start sweating, and like with excitement as well.
Yeah, you know that's why they
Yeah,
say
so
sweat your balls off. That's how you know
Yeah.
you're really trying.
yep.
Okay, well, you guys can hear in the background, Okiedokitos is playing Tetrio while he's doing this interview. That just shows you the kind of like caliber, the kind of player you need to be to achieve such level of gameplay.
Yep.
It's my
Yep.
god.
Tetrio. Once again, congratulations to you, Okiedokitos. Any last words, shoutouts you want to say to the stream before we end?
Okay. For this one, I'll just keep it short, but I want to give a huge shout out to Jared, actually. My opponent right now. Because I would have, like, to be honest, Tetrio's been a big part of my life. Like, it's gotten me through some traumatic moments. And I would have never discovered it in grade 8. Like, this is serious, by the way. Like, I would have never discovered this in grade 8 if it weren't for Jared sending his replays. Like, I remember one time he sent a file of his camera, of his hand cam doing Tetrio, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I want to be like that. So, like, Jared was actually the person I wanted to beat so bad back in the old days. So, yeah,
And
big shout out
you
to Jared.
got to do
for-
that.
Yeah, I got to do that. Yeah. Big shout out to Jared because he let me discover this wonderful game that has shaped me as a person. Thank you so much. And also, like, thank you to Rafi for casting. I ghost you a lot of times, and you follow me up. Thank you to everyone in PCS for organizing. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, guys.
All right. Thank you. I hope everyone who's watching the stream, great evening, and tune in for the grand finals of Tetrio coming tomorrow, Friday. It's gonna be the craziest match ever. It's gonna be in person, though. Okiedokitos is going to play from home, I believe. But you guys will be seeing
Yeah,
all right Doritos in the flesh, hopefully. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching, and